Hello and welcome to Friday's Dyson Sphere Program. Sorry, numbers are all over the place there. My internet's not gone nuts again, has it? Had it cut off a few times. Yes, hello, welcome. My name's Trismegistus, and today I'm going to be playing about with the proliferators. I've been, in fact, let's get the game going. Should have quite a good shot to start the stream with, which is this. It's our Dyson Sphere in process and actually doing. Where's Icarus gone? Oh, I'm zoomed miles out. Actually doing solar cell capture because I have been busy. Let's see if I slow right the way down so we don't drift off into the void. That'll do. And then if I hit that key, there we go. So I've been busy with the Dyson Sphere, basically getting it all set up. And I've done one row of the sphere itself. I've done one row of the sphere, so we're up to about 413 megawatts of capacity. But I've also done. No, you won't let me go there. There we go. I've also done the first of the Dyson Sphere stress system. So I've done level 1. We're now potentially up to level 2. Although as you can see, I've not had that going. And what that does, so each one of these lets you do 15 extra degrees on the Dyson Sphere. And what that's referring to is, so this is a Dyson Sphere. So I'm going to totally boring design. There's no clever thing going on here, but basically this is 0 degrees and then 15 degrees is each segment up here. So we need to do, and it lets us do 6 is it 6 1 2 3 4 5 6, yes, so 6 researches, and basically each time it does, it'll let us add on an extra row of Dyson Sphere. Of course it lets us do both, so effectively it's twice 15, so it's 30 degrees in a sense. But basically, I'm going to stop the world. I added on, just so that I could show you mainly more than anything, for anyone who hasn't seen it before, I added on the first sort of cell of the Dyson Sphere. And these blue things are our solar panels, which is what I was trying to show with the thing. And you see how they're flooding into these holes? And that's basically what happens, is the solar cells get absorbed into this matrix, and they then become permanent, so they don't have a lifetime then. And what we should actually see here is that because it won't take in the old ones, I think it's only new ones that get launched. But as you can see, we've not got any Dyson Spheres that are less than, or it might be the other way around actually. No, those are their remaining lifetimes, aren't they? So that's 120. So in less than 2 minutes, or 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes, those ones will be dead. But everything that was newer than 7,200 seconds, I think it's 9,000 is the max up here. Yeah, there we go. So all of these ones that would be in here are being put into the Dyson Sphere instead. And as I say, I think there's like a limit. It won't take like really old ones. I think it might do, but even with the launchers will just keep trying to fill up this, the Dyson Swarm anyway. So eventually, even when it's finished, you would end up with a Dyson Swarm that would, have a lifetime on it. You can obviously switch off the launcher. And you can see we're still launching rockets. What we're not doing any science, because what I've done on the science front, that's the only science I've done, because I wanted to get that up and running. So we've still got the big ones left, but they all are sort of pretty big numbers of green science, which we're not really producing in any volume. What I've done instead, while I was working on stuff, is all the buffs. So basically we're at a stage where pretty much... Oh, so there's we could do that one. Should we do that one? White science, white science, white science, white science, white science. I think that's coloured still, yeah. So we could do that one as well if we wanted. White science. That one's coloured. And I think that one is as well. But look at the numbers. It's 4,000 things. And then even Vane's utilisation is onto white science. And the next research unlock, which is infinite. Is it? Is that an infinite one? No, that's Oh no, it says there little infinite symbol, so that would keep going up, getting faster and faster. But yeah, so there's only like 3 with color times left, and they're all big numbers, 2,000 cubes and all that. And I basically left it running to where's it gone? Oh, it's flown away. Basically left it running, doing that, and the science is all like empty. So I've left it, not doing any science for a while to try and build those buffers back up. But I also want to play about with the proliferators basically today. That's kind of the mission for today's stream. But yeah, I thought I'd show you this. It does actually now, they've added an animation. If we zoom in, it's pretty big when you get close to it. But they've added an animation where it opens up. Here you go. Can you see it opening up? To basically let us through the thing, because it's not really there, it's not got any collision detection on it, but yeah, it opens up to let you through now, which looks really cool. Let's see. Whee! Like that. But yeah, so those are the solar sails going into the thing, so we'll slowly get better and better research. Basically, I'm going to point us roughly at but the blue ones are the ones going in. Where the heck is home? Where is home? It should be. No? Maybe I'm around the other side. Oh yeah, there we go. So if we point ourselves at that, and I'll just add on the. I'm not going to blast over there, but we'll sort of point ourselves in that direction. And I just want to add on. No, wrong key. There we go. Want to add on. What's the world? A couple more of these, because we might as well have it chunking away. But you see, so that was at, what was it, 70 or something megawatts before? Oh, well, I could show you how you do this. So basically, you put in the connections. Oh, in fact, I did the wrong ones there, didn't I? Let's get rid of that. So I've been using different ones. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I think I used these for that. And did I do it across as well? I think I did. Been inconsistent there. But basically, you can form these structures or shapes or whatever. You can make them in pretty much any shape you want, really. And I'm sure there's some optimal way of doing this, but I don't think it makes a great deal of difference. So that gives us 5 things, but it won't actually start importing the solar panels, the solar sails, until you use this thing. It's a horribly named thing, Dyson shell. In order to plan a Dyson shell, which, we've already planned a Dyson shell. It's a weird way of placing it, phrasing it. It is necessary to plan the corresponding shell as a closed polygon with Dyson nodes and frames. Click this button to choose the Dyson shell style. So basically what it's saying is, well, it's not really saying it, but what it's basically telling us is we have to assign these as shell components, and that allows you to have empty sections. It won't automatically create the shell bits. But it lets you say, right, yes, I want solar panels in, or solar sails in this section. That's what I forgot to do. Hang on. Is that working? There we go. There's your boy. I didn't put the stream manager on, in case we get any naughty bots coming in and spamming away. Yeah, so it'll slowly fill this, and it take ages because we've only got like three launchers going, and this is what I'm talking about scaling up. But I want to play with. No, you're not. No. I want to play with the proliferator, because if we're going to scale up a lot of the builds, a sort of potentially quick way of doing that is to add proliferators. Also, we don't have too many things with warpers in, so we could put warpers around, have them more of the more of the builds, or more of the logistic stations. Because you can feed them in. You can't order them. If there's no slot, you can't order them, from the system. But if you can just feed them in, and so it's got like a secret 6th slot, effectively. So, so here I'm not ordering them, but I can, if I fed them in by belt, they would go into that slot there. I can obviously put them in by hand or whatever. But that means you can basically have one that's ordering them and then just run a belt across and feed them in. So we could do that as well. What else have I done? I think I'd already done the research, but I'll go and show you there. I added on. I mean, basically, I also went. So actually, I should show you that first. I went to another star system. I like that it gives you the names of the ones you've visited, so that you know which ones you've roughly which ones you visited. Was it that one? No, I think we went to that last time, didn't we? Was it Edisich? It was Edisich. So I've been there and I've added kimberlite oil. So we're still missing whatever they called the fiber tube thing. So I've not got them. But that also had a gas giant with deuterium in it. So I've put that on. I've saturated that with the whatever they call them, gas collectors, and basically they're coming. I don't know where the heck that is. Is it there? There you go. So we've got a remote demand going, and it's got bots coming in, and this is local supply. So it's just sort of sending in, bringing in all that deuterium and hydrogen as needed, because it's doing the. Obviously, our gas giant has hydrogen as well, so we should be all right for deuterium. Actually, it's quite a good thing to have that gas giant so close. I didn't have one of those in my last playthrough. Right, so yeah, so what I've also done is I've added the lenses in. So we've now got lenses being fed in. Now this is one of I was saying before, the rockets, these you have to put in with a inserter, right? But you look at the attachment, and to me, it looks like a belt should feed in, but a belt doesn't go in. Now these ones though, which looks very, very similar to me. It's a socket for a thing going in, and it's actually got 3 of them. One of which is like or 2 of them actually on the other side. Ooh, I'm too close, can't see it. But yeah, so it's got one on each side, like that, has multiple inputs, and these actually belts do go in. So you feed a belt directly into these. So why it looks like the similar sort of thing but being different, I don't know. But yeah, so these feed in with belts. And basically this is, every time I add more stuff to the thing, you see we're going satisfaction's down at 80%. It's just like the power demand seems to be ramping up, and I'm not 100% sure why. I think it's because I have been steadily scaling everything up. How I'm doing that basically is tracing things back through the system. So what I've been doing is, for example, like lenses or something. So we've got loads more lens production here, yeah? So I think we had 2 before or something. And I've added a bunch more on, so I then leave it for a little bit and see what starts to flag, what's going low. So, for example, the old strange matter might go low. So then I try and find the strange matter. I need to get a lot more concrete down so I can find a lot of these. But I think the strange matter isn't too far away. No, it looks like it is somewhere completely else. What I'm thinking is maybe doing the science on different planets. So we have maybe like a science planet, or maybe even a system. So we have like a red. I'm not sure whether it'd be all the sciences. Probably not, because you'd need one with appropriate resources. But maybe we have like a red science planet, and it's just all of its, because red science is just basically iron and copper, and then green science. Blue. Other way around. Blue science is iron and copper. And then this requires like hydrogen and that one. So the system I've just been to, because it's got oil and the deuterium on it, that would be a good place to have our red science build. And then we just ship the cubes in, because this is this is one of the reasons the power's really. I was trying to find the strange matter, wasn't I? The strong brogog. I have been colouring some of them in, you see, to help me find them. So this is, here he is, so strange matter, you see. So this is when I was trying to build it up. So you make strange matter with these guys. And you see, I think we had 3 before, or we now got 10. So we're making loads of strange matter, or a bit of strange matter. It's quite difficult to make. That's one of the worst ones to make, that. And then I've scaled this up, and so it's just basically just tracing back through the system to say, well, do we need more of this? Do we need more of this? Do we need more of this? And I would do it with the charts, but the charts are terrible. The charts are rubbish for doing that. Because that's how I do it in Factorio. I'd look at the demands and supplies and stuff. But yeah, so what we need to do, basically, is set up a proliferator build. By proliferator, I mean the new things that came in the update. Obviously, we want to go Proliferator 3, because these two we can make directly, just from coal. And these guys, I mean, it is sort of coal as well, but it's coal with a bit of titanium, effectively, because then the graphene is, as it says there, sulfuric acid and that. So, but also, I mean, we've got loads of that stuff knocking about from the fire ice. But basically, we'll demand those in, because I am making them somewhere. So we'll demand those in, but we'll basically set it up next to a coal patch, because I got loads of unused coal on this planet. Set it up to a coal patch and make some of these, and then we'll order in some nanotubes. Can't you get them? Yeah, that's the one I'm not bringing in, you see. And we'll make them, and then we'll go and what I'm thinking of doing as well is adding the actual proliferator building or the spray coater into the other build. The problem is, you see, it requires these things, and those I don't think I'm moving them in. I don't think I've got them anywhere. Well, I mean, I've got them because I'm making processor out, but I don't think they're in. They're being used locally, they're not being put into the logistics system. So yeah, I think we'll make them first, because we're going to need loads, because basically we want them on just about everything, because the benefits they give, particularly the level sort of 2 and 3, I say we'll just do 3 to make it simple, but the benefits they bring are sort of huge. But yeah, didn't I add in? Yeah, you see, we've got these here now. Have I got any spare slots for? Oh, we got a slot there, so the proliferators could go in here, not the spray coater. Difficulty is, so it's steel, circuits, and those lads. And I don't think I'm really using any of those. So we've got circuits here, in for that. So it's looking like we could probably have a machine somewhere here. I say the power demand just keeps going up and up and up, and I think it's because as I'm scaling up, I'm using more and more drones. So we could have this in here. And then what would we need? So we would then have those guys. So if we're making spray coaters, sproters. So we've got those. We've got circuits. If we grab them from here. How do I want to organise this? Because we're going to need somewhere to put them out as well. If we want them to go in there, is that? I could rework that so that it goes up quicker, and then we can have them. So actually, I could move this. I've actually been playing NO 1800 because I kind of overdosed on this a bit. So if I chop this back a little, but yeah, so I don't think I'm putting the whatever it calls them, crystalline matrix bobs into the system anywhere. Will you let me go underneath? Yeah, there we go. So we can feed these in here. Gonna need to do a bit of a right angle. So this can be our output, and then we want input. Well, we need higher level, don't we? Input there, and then that lines up quite nicely with one of these, if not the other. So potentially we can grab the circuits there. I mean, what do they need? Because we could make them locally, because it's copper and... Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So A spray coater only takes 3 seconds to make, and one of these takes 2 seconds to make and requires 2 of them. So it would not be beyond the ken of man, or indeed woman, to, because we need steel here as well, don't we? What we could do is we could have a special one of these here, maybe 2 of them, because we need a few, don't we? So if I dogleg this instead, so we've got a little kink in there. Or would it be better if I put these down here? Because say we need the steel. Probably better if I put... Oh, why is that? I thought inserters got killed off when you took out belts. Huh. So that's a bit weird, that, but it'll work. It'll work. It'll be fine. So we need them in now. And then we want to take... Again, I'm going to have to dog this around a bit. We want something out here. Something out of here. And then we have a machine here maybe, and then one here. Oops. So those 2 put on that belt. So you do out of there, and you do out of there, and you grab from there, and then we want, yeah, we put it on. We want steel. We want a man of steel from here. Oh, no. Insert it, please. So we want steel. Now, one of these is bound to have steel in. There you go. Steel's right there. This is the perfect spot for this. The absolute 100% perfect spot. Right, so. That one? No, not that one at all. That one. Microcrystalline structures. Right, that there. Will it get both from there? No, I don't think it will it? But we'll give it a go. So I want that there. Take that. Bring you along there. Let's see if we can get away with level 1s. Not that we've got the power to run anything, but I'm sure that'll sort itself out eventually. Right, so you... Oh, that's my phone. Hang on a sec. Right, sorry about that. That was a, well, either a wrong number or it's one of the tactics they use when they're doing spam calls to ask for somebody who's, you know, and then basically try and strike up a conversation. But I don't know whether it was that or what, really. Could well have been a wrong number. I get a lot of misdelivered mail. Well, not, basically mail from, you know, how to put it, companies that think people live here who haven't lived here in years. And I know they you know, they did live here, but like years ago. And it's one of the artifacts of the modern world that even if you do a return to sender, I need to put I don't know why I've got all these lenses. You do a return to sender, nobody does anything about it because computer says no. What we've lost, eh? What we've lost. Treating people as individuals. I sound like an old man. Maybe that's because I am an old man. Right, so. We don't want... In fact, I could reset that limit. Because I never want 200 of these in reality. So we get rid of that. Put that in there. Put that in there. Put that there. Put that down to 200. What else haven't I got? I haven't got any of these. This was where I was building. I should have restocked this, I guess, but how big do these stack? Oh, it must stack quite high. But yeah, we want loads of them, basically. Oh, I don't know. I've ended up with more. Oh, that was from where I was fiddling about with some of the builds. Because I've got rid of some of that. I'm trying to slowly whittle out the things on this planet that are done elsewhere. So I want relatively high level production on this planet because of the space. So this steel needs to go. You see it flickering with not enough power. But this steel needs... In fact, we might actually be at a stage where we need more of these. Because there could well be more in the system available than they're supplying. But yeah, I want to get rid of these eventually, but they're sort of tied in to stuff, so I'd left them. Could offshore that one, but yeah. There you go. There's the things, but I'm not sticking them in the thingy. So, but yeah, prisms I want to get rid of. Oh, in fact, we could get rid of that one, for example. Also to cut out some of the power demand. But they're being made on other planets, so we don't really need them here anyway. What do we want / need? Is it? No, you make them in. Well, we do need smelting because we need to make diamonds, but we don't. You don't make them in chemical labs, which is a bit odd when you think about it. It should be chemical labs, really. I don't know how many belts I need here, so we'll just top each of these ones up. Nope. And then inserters. Oh, inserters are fine. Cool. Okay, have we made any more? Because you can proliferate proliferators. This is sort of part of what I want to test out. Oh, they must stack quite high then. 45, yeah, it must be like loads of them. So, what are you suffering for? Apart from... No, they're just slow to make. It's not lacking anything. Well, power. Right, yes, so... Where's a nice coal patch for us to do some proliferation? It's not very convenient space-wise, but we've got 2 nice meaty veins there. Have we got any other coal patches? Should have a couple. That's oil. Oh, here we go. Here's another. There's another coal. There's another option. Oh, and here we. In fact, that's where we were looking before. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Let's go and make it here then, since we've got best part of 1 million coal there. But yeah, you can proliferate proliferators, so you can get them to like self-boost, but you can only do it once, so you can't proliferate a proliferating proliferator. That's where it draws the line. No more proliferation. A lot beyond proliferation of proliferation. I quite like saying it, as you may be able to tell. Even though it's a very odd... It's an odd name for it. Shall I use the level 2 miner? It's actually quite power hungry, the level 2 miner. I have sort of determined, because each of these is like a few kilowatts. So that has a 420 demand, whereas that's 2.94 megawatts. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. So it's like 6 miners. So technically, I suppose, if you have like 9 on, it is slightly more. I've made loads of them. In fact, yeah, let's just use them. We'll start using these as a matter of course, I think. Because they're quite neat and tidy as well. Also, you have to make less sort of room for them as well. Yeah, I'm a big fan of these. Right. I think we'll stick in some of these, because can't help but help with the power. It's also nice and easy to put these around them as well, which is nice, I think. Oh, well, it is if there's space to put them anyway. Let's have one there, say. Maybe one there. One there. That's probably going to be in the way, isn't it? Oh well. Just connect that across there temporarily. So are you mining? You are mining. Are you mining? You are mining. But yeah, this is I was saying to somebody the other week where you have this gathering speed boost and you see it's 2.9 is what it should be, but say we're completely out of power. And if we ramp that up to 300, can you see it's meant to be about 29 or 25, I think, megawatts. So it goes from 100% being 2.9 to basically 300% being 29. You know, I mean, it isn't slow this, but you know, increases by an order of magnitude for like tripling the output, which is a bit bonkers. We'll put in. Let me think. If I use one of them, so we would order up coal potentially. Obviously, we'll use the local one for now, but then we would also have to order in nanotubes, and we're going to want the proliferators are in interstellar. Oh, I didn't grab any level 2 machines, did I? Manufacturing machines. Where are they? That's what I was looking for. Where are you? There you are. So let's grab them. You see, so we're going to want to put them in interstellar anyway. Yeah, let's go with interstellar. Now, how are we going to arrange this? So, I guess we could put this here. Oh, is it too close? Too close. Oh, too close to an advanced mining machine. Okay. Can we stick it over here then? Okay. Oh look, we got temporary blueness with the power. It's because once the science has calmed down. In fact, let's go and just quickly have a look. Also, I appear to be charging a load. Oh, of course, I'm making all the replacement whatchamacallits, aren't I? So let's have a look at one of these. So you got the plus 100%. I believe that's because of the lens, I think, and the fact that it's been running at 100%. I think. Ah, yeah. So I think we have more available than these are pulling in. I hate these charts. Let's have a look on this one. Oh, generating capacity is only 359. Oh, every sale is now in the panels. Okay. Wow. They've really sucked them in, haven't they? Why is that at 359 then? Is that just because that's what the demand is? Ah, right, yeah, so we have 592 capacity. What? Where's the 390 odd then? Oh, of course, this difference is we've got lots of solar panels and all that sort of stuff. Maybe? They really need to work out these charts. I think what this is saying is that we have spare power capacity, but not because these are, you know, not requesting enough. They're only requesting. Oh, I don't know. Let's just leave them to work on whatever they're working on, and get on with proliferating the proliferation of the proliferators. Right, so what I need to do basically is we need a couple of 3 of these machines. We'll look at the numbers. I think it makes them 1 a second. So level 3. So it takes 2 seconds to make 1. So we want, I guess, quite a few, because we're going to use them like everywhere. They last a long time though. See, 60 sprays, so it's plenty you get, and say we'll double buff them. But yeah, I want to do maybe 4 of these. No, maybe if we do 6. No, you get 2 out, don't you? No, you only get 1 out. Ah, but you need 2 in. Okay, so we need to do a double. Well, that's 2 in. Hang on. So if I wanted a, you know, a level 1 belt's worth, I would need 6 of these. So let's just plop those in like that. Now that recipe takes 2 seconds and requires 2, and they take 1 second to make 1. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So let's plop them in. I'll just put them next to each other. Oops, next to each other for the time being. So this, oh no, this is the green ones, right? So we would then need the exact same number of those, and then in terms of the yellow ones, we would need. So that takes 1 second, requires 2. Oh, but that only takes half a second, so it's 1-to-1. Oh, excellent. Okay. I thought it was going to be some horrible, like the blooming modules in Factorio where you end up with really weird builds. Okay, so these would be the numbers. If I wanted 1 a second of the blue ones, these would be the numbers. It's quite a lot. It's more than I was anticipating. Oh, the other thing that might have changed is maybe the science is all backed up now. It's been left running for quite a while. Science, where are you, my friend? Science. For science. Where's it? Here we go. No. Oh, it is mostly backed up now. Okay. We'll leave it until all of them are backed up. And then I may just not do it anyway. But because we need to transition to white, you know, being able to make white cubes, really. So these guys just need the nanotubes. Because what I'm wondering is, do I attempt to proliferate sort of thing? Is there any benefit to that? So in other words, what comes out the the input that goes into the yellow, we put proliferators on those. The input that comes out of the yellow, we put proliferators on those. What goes into the green, proliferate those. Do you see what I mean? And do we get more each time? Because this says you can get extra products, you see, by proliferating this machine. So it looks like it probably would be worth proliferating them. So yeah, we'll need a bit of space, I think. That's one thing. So, but I can't do it until I've made the. Well, I could do it with the yellow ones, I guess. So if we put this here, right, and then we want coal coming, but we want quite high belt level, don't we? Really? Maybe actually, if I. Because what I'm anticipating for this is I'll order coal, but not actually yet. So it'll be there to be able to, I can feed it in once these patches have dried up. So we could have, is this blue belt? No. Maybe, I think it needs to be blue belt, doesn't it? But basically, I'm thinking we put, in fact, I'll get rid of that. And we'll put, come here. Put that on there, right? But we'll actually put, where do proliferators live? Piler. Oh, I could use pilers as well. I hadn't thought about that. Huh. Where do the proliferators live? Oh, there they are. Spray coat. You see, we spray coat. These don't matter the way round, but it looks cooler if you put them this way round, I think. And we put that there, right? And we'll feed some, you know, goop in and proliferate these. And they need one every half second, so it's quite a lot of stuff. But what I'm going to do with this one is simply, like, you know, stack it around basically. So we'll put this here, but we'll do that basically. So we're guaranteed a blue belt, you know, no matter what sort of thing. But yeah, put that in there. But then, in order to proliferate these, I'm going to have to put them on a belt, aren't I? Rather than feed them directly in. Because we need these and diamonds. That's a bit I've not sort of accounted for yet. Well, what we could do... Because you make diamonds out of... How would that work? So what I'm thinking is we just loop this round, you see. They added a lot of music tracks. So if they take one every half second, then that's like half a bell. I think we need more. I think actually then this needs to be a proper... This needs to be like the diamond production rather than fed in there. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. So, what I need to do then is work out how many diamonds I need. So, every second we would need one, but I'm doing 6 machines, so I need 6, well, I'm not, because I'm getting freebies, hopefully, but I need 6 a second in theory. And diamonds, oh, diamonds require the graphene, not the coal directly. Ah, okay. So, where have I lost it? So we need 6 per second. So that's just 6. Oh no, they take 2 seconds each, isn't it? So we need 12 thingies, and they take 2 seconds each, and require 2 coal. Crikey! So if that takes 2 seconds to make one from that. That takes 2 seconds. Yeah, so that's 1 to 1. Ages since I've made some diamond. Right, so we will pop that on there. Wait. I need 12, don't I? I think. Let's do that again. I confused myself. Yeah, they take 2 seconds and I need 1 a second. But, well, I need 6 a second. They take 2 seconds. So it's 12 machines. Okay, so 12 smelters. Right, so what I'm thinking now is... Because I can't use this line again. I can put another one here though, can't I? Because this will... How would I do that with the other belt though? I think if we... take a second line of coal out of here, and then we do the old double mine. No, it doesn't make sense to have that there, does it? If we have it... So I haven't played with these at all, basically. So, because we want the output to go there, don't we? Yeah. Okay. So how many is that? That's 2, 4, 6, 10. That's, I can't fit 12 in. Okay, let's just do 6 and 2 lots of 6. So that's 2, 4, 6. And then those are the... We have to move all this up actually. So if we do it there, get rid of those. Square that off a little bit. That. Cool. So then I guess I could have coal coming down there. And basically we have a belt of diamonds going that way. Because I can always feed this one into this one, I think. I think you can do inputs. Yeah. So that's coal there. In fact, if I'm going to do that, I might as well have that one be that one. That will be that one. And then do another one. There. So basically this is... So it needs 2 seconds, so we want... Oh, too close. Game, you try my patience. How is that too close? Bonkers. How is that too close? Whatever. Might need to go level 3 with the... Insert... Oh, I didn't put the recipe on. Right, so this finally is that. That is that. And then we want belt out the middle as the output. Right, we got there in the end. Oh, I guess, I mean, in theory, I should proliferate them as well, shouldn't I? Wow, okay. In fact, would you, if I had that as an output, which way would that need to go? Probably need to go that way. And this was just, these are all carbon. Would you let me put that on the belt? Or are you going to moan about it being too close again? No, belt's fine. It's just the other thing that's too close, apparently. Right, so in that case, we're copying that one down to there. Copying, oh, no. Glide with other object. What other object? What? Yeah. So these aren't direct, oh, no. Direct feeding in. No, glide with other object. Okay. Okay, I'll just do it again, guy. I'll just do it again. Right, so we want that there. No. That there. That there. Right. So we've now got 12 of them. Okay. And they're now outputting... Well, I need coal to be there, don't I? Okay, so if I put that there... So I can proliferate that one. And then we'll put this sort of a bit weird. Because it's a bit convenient to just feed the proliferation through. It just makes it a little bit easier to do on that end. They're a bit finicky. I mean, they have been patching it, so maybe they aren't anymore. But they're a bit finicky, them things. So in theory, I think we can just send this down. So if I put, say, output here, so that'll be diamonds. And then we want another smelter. Set of smelters. We better check to see if it doesn't like... Is that going to be too close? I can fiddle that about, but... need it to be surface levels for the actual machines. And then we put another set here. And we have output for these ones here. This is probably you probably only need like one machine to do all of your proliferation, but well. Now, this time I'm doing it this way around, so we want that going in there, that going in there, and then you can tell me collide with that object. Okay. You do that, you do that. That going in there, that going out there. Down. This is where I discovered there's absolutely no way of powering it. Right. So we've got coal here that we're going to proliferate. Stop flipping around. Proliferate, proliferate. We need some proliferation here, which I guess would be easiest done there. So it doesn't, as far as I know, matter which way round they go. Because basically we have to feed these in. But you have to do it with an elevated belt because it's like upper level. It's almost like a splitter. And it can be very finicky when you just put in one in. So I think they might have patched it, but it's easiest just to drag it through a bunch of them. So the coal is being proliferated and gives us proliferated proliferators and diamonds. Well, gives us coal or graphene, which we then put through another proliferator and gives us diamonds. We've not proliferated those yet, but we haven't proliferated these either. Okay, so we take this then. I don't know that I need. Oh, it's just used me the belt. Alright, so we have another bit where we can put on proliferation. Wondering about looping it round, basically. Because I need a bit more room, I think. Because these... We're going to have a belt basically going this way. So I need a bit more room to put something... Well, do I? I guess I could... No, I'm going to have to squirt it on all of them, so I'm going to have to sort of loop this back again. Did I use green belt? I did, didn't I? This, I mean, obviously, I don't think this is sensible, but I'm kind of just experimenting, really. It's nice to have a new toy in the toy box, basically. So, if we put one of these on, if we put it on there, so we need to be able to sort of loop back round again, like that, so that we can put one of these on here. So this probably needs to go up here, up there. Come back down that way, and then probably easiest to put this here, so I can just loop the belt through somehow. Put that there. Oh, well, no, actually, let's put it here, and then they're nice and in a row. I could probably hit all of them going down there, or up there. Right, so, this lot will line up with that. And these need these two. And they need to, in fact, let's get rid of them. These two need to do the same thing with doubling back. So is that must be... No, it's there, isn't it? Okay. Oops. Which means I can put... Come here. It's not very good at shift-clicking these. Put that there. And then we want the third thing that these need, which is the nanotubes, which we could make here locally, but yeah. I mean, I could order the diamonds in. I don't have to make them, but... what do I want? I want, say, local drones. Those. This wants to be... I'll put it way down at 100, so it's just nominally got something in. But it wants to be demand. I don't know if I'm... The whole hub and spoke thing has kind of gone out the window. I think it's a good way to do it, but you need to start earlier than I did. Need to design for it, basically. Right, so it uses... Every 2 seconds it uses 1. So I want 6 machines, so every 3 seconds. Actually, I should have had 12 of these, shouldn't I? Oh well, doesn't matter. So every 2 seconds I just need 1. And it makes 1 every 2 seconds. So that shouldn't be a massive strain, but we can go and make sure that that's all working fine. Ratio-wise, we probably want, say, 3,000 or something. Right, and we'll feed in these boys. I'll order up some warpers as well. Storage. They want to be available every. And I think we find it. I don't want to fill it, but we want it to just run and run and run, basically. Right. So, am I proliferating everything? So basically, if this is then the output, I say I can feed the coal in fairly easily over here once this is all dried up. In fact, maybe. Why don't I hook this up in some way like that? So instead of that being out there, no, this comes out here, goes in here, like that. Yeah, and then shall I attach it here? No, we'll leave that side of it, so it just fills up with a little bit of coal for the time being, which I've probably carrying loads of now. Right, so instead of that, we will output some carbonium nanotubians. Now I can't put them on diagonal belts, so what we could do a diagonal to there. No, there. And then we go straight. Like that. I'll have to put this one on this side, but of course we've already got a couple over here, so we can line it up with that. Right, so we get rid of one of those. Sorry, one of those. And I can copy that one. So you're going to end up here. So, and you will be taking in. Oh, these didn't. I didn't put outputs on those. So, output there. Didn't put outputs on these either. Like that. So these need those and those. And then they need to output, and this is where it gets even more wonky. Output on here, right? But we proliferate that, and is this right? I think this is right. We then feed it back. No, hang on. Feed it back into itself. In fact, I could use a splitter, couldn't I? And then I can send it down that way. And we can loop it around. I'll do that in a minute, but this is the output here. Might need to increase some of these inserters. Right, so power. Let's power it all up. See, oh well, can I use some of them? So worst case, some of these will fit in. But how many of these? Will these cover it? So maybe one there. I love these. These are great. And then one there. Bosh, all done. You see, nice and easy then. So let's see it working at the lower level. Wow, they've already filled up the belt. Okay. Oh, I didn't copy that down properly, did I? So these need to grab from here. Why are no diamonds coming out? Oh, I did not copy. Oh, I haven't finished this. So this needs to be diamonds. And then we copy that all the way down there. And then we combine the belts. Then we take a slug of water. Okay, so they're getting diamonds. That's the greens being made. I didn't copy this down properly either. So that's the blues being made. Okay, now, so what I want to do with this is feed it into itself. But I also then want to send it down this, and then we'll take it into the doobry. Oh, that's not quite powered, is it? So if we cut that off there, will you fit? Yeah, fit. And then we feed it in here. But also I want to send some of it this way. So what we could do is basically... How would that work? So this is going to... Yeah, we need a splitter here. Yeah, that's right. I'm just trying to get my head around it a little bit. So we can use one of the elevated ones. Like that. And then we want to... Is that the right elevated one? Not sure it is. But basically we want to come out of here. And go through here. Oh, I don't know why I'm using blue belt. Connect to that. So what should happen is it should stop... Here we go. So we get the triple dash, triple arrow, and then it's proliferating itself, so it's feeding it into itself, which gives you bonus extra, you know, that's 618 instead of 600 basically, I think, something like that. But then it's feeding into all of these, so these are being proliferated, so the actual machines, well, it's only getting them proliferated. Oh, I haven't connected this across, so we need this to be over here as well. Should we just loop it round? So if I just take this over, I'll stay at an elevated level over here, pop it in here, take it through here. Once we start feeding it into the thing, it'll be okay. But I think we need to clear the pipes first, potentially. So it shouldn't matter, you know, the freebie side of it is just the bonus once it's all been running through for a while. What we should put in here, and hopefully this works, this is the bit I'm really not sure on, is if we put it in a interstellar job, does it retain its proliferated status? Yes, it does. Cool, okay. Right, so let's have a look at what you're doing. So these have now got triple checks on them. Triple checks on everything. Yeah, I needed, if I wanted a yellow belt, I needed double the number of these, but that's fine. It's not really backing up, so it's, you know, it is ratioed okay. Although, of course, we're getting a bit of free stuff. Or we will be. Oh, that's not always getting that. Why is that not always proliferating? Huh. It's too slow for one. It's not. It's because it's not got high enough. This needs to be high level. Because it needs so many, I think. Yeah, so that's okay. Now I bet this needs... Oh no, that's fine. You see, that's proliferated coal, so we're getting 25% extra free there. Why aren't you fully... Oh, the output's not fast enough. It's backing up in the machine. Because of course it's getting free stuff, so it's getting more things. 6655. Yeah, slowly emptying. What about you? Are you like outputting quick enough? Yeah, more than quick enough. Do these need to go up a level? No, they're fine. No, that's all good. What about the whole graphite situation, diamond situation? So they're all proliferated. This is all clogged up, this one. Why is that? Oh, just because I guess the free things mean doesn't matter, as it were. It's more than over. And is everyone working okay? Yeah, it all seems to be good. So we have proliferated the proliferators and proliferated as much as we can. So what I could do, I mean, it'd be really horrible spaghetti-wise, but I could loop these round because we're getting more backed up. Or I could split this here maybe, and we can have a second row here, and that would be more. Yeah, cool. How many have we got so far? So already got 650. I could pop. Oh, I don't want to pop them in because I don't know what happened. I don't fully understand what happens when you mix them. It seems to be behave a bit weird. Right. So there we go. Now, what we need to do then is to start putting them into some of the machines, basically. So science would be an obvious candidate. It doesn't quite... I don't think it gives you free stuff with science. It's sort of... I'm not entirely sure, but science is an obvious candidate. But as I say, I kind of want to move to different science. Look! Dyson Sphere's taking shape. Nearly completed that panel. How are we doing power-wise? Only 411. It must just tell you what it is currently producing. Because that's gone down. And that doesn't make any sense. I mean, I suppose that it's because, maybe partly because there just aren't, every panel I'm launching, or sale I'm launching, is just going straight into here. They're basically just queuing up to go into the... Which is what we want. Because none of them will be wasted then. There you go. 142 absorbed, 0 in orbit. So we're only getting we're not like getting the double effect of power, I guess? I don't know, I don't quite understand why it seems to be saying a lower number. Don't know. Don't know. It'll all work out in the end. It'll all work out in the end. Yes, so as I say, we should do science, but what I think I'd rather do is almost start at the other end and go for some of our more complicated products, particularly things like the old, well, like these wouldn't be bad, but where the heck are the strange matters again? You see, this is why I want pins rather than just colouring the world in, because when it's dark, when it's night time, you can't really tell where the colours are and what they are. Particularly, I mean, you can sort of tell purple and things, but there's a lot of subtlety lost in the colours that you can't see at night. Oh, hi there, Gracie, the Crazy Bacon here. How are you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're having a good Friday week and have a good weekend coming up, etc., etc. Where the heck are my strange matters? I thought they were over here, but obviously not. Where are they? Where are they? So I've coloured it in green, but I can't see the green. Is that it? Oh no, that's whatchamacallit. Oh, here we go. They're over there. I don't know where that was. Brilliant. That's them. It flipped back so quickly then I lost where it was. Let's just go and fly over to the... I bet it's behind me or something. I bet it's right behind me. Is my Dyson Sphere growing? Yes, yes. So basically, let's show you. So basically, between streams, I was doing a whole load of starting the scale up process. So basically, it's been chunking away, and it did. I put this in, I think, on the last stream. I put the plan in, and I'm going. I said before, I'm just going totally. It's going to be so boring and vanilla that almost scary. But yeah, so it's done the first sort of ring. But I then did the research, for the 15 degrees either side. So I've put in a bit of a section, and that's absorbed every single solar sail, that's been launched and newly launched, and etc., etc. So it's sort of busy chunking away on this. I've not stopped any. I've stopped science completely. It should all be backed up now because that's kind of the next thing I want to redo is science. And sort of scale up properly. You also like Square. I'm glad you're a fellow Square fan. I'm not. I wouldn't consider myself that artistic, so I have. I mean, and it does give you some less boring designs, but I don't quite know some of these. I don't know how you would actually like that one. How do you actually do that one if you can only put a ring around the middle? Do you sort of... Or maybe they just wait and they fill it in as you do it, sort of thing. But yeah, I don't quite know how you do these if you can't build across the thing. But yeah, I think the square's perfectly fine. I'm happy with square. But yeah, so I mean, that's only sort of what's that? Half completed, not even that, and we're at sort of 400. So, and I've got loads of that I can add on. But yes, so I say science is like the next big thing that I want to do. But I say I want to rework that. Oh, here it is. What I'm doing at the moment is trying to get some proliferation going to make some of these a bit more sort of cost effective. Hopefully, that won't be too problematic in the sense that I'm not sure I can fit. Luckily, I left a lot of space here when I built everything. So hopefully we should be okay. But the real trick is going to be finding ways to bring them in. Right, so we've got this one here and this one here. Now this one doesn't have any slots. Why has that only got 25 in it? So what we could do, we could bring them in here. So we could bring in some proliferators here. Maybe, I don't know what's a good number. Maybe 200? I don't know how quickly it gets through them. And what I'm thinking is I use it on the outputs. So, because I say I'm not 100% sure what it does when you put unproliferated things in with proliferators. Oh! Thank you very much for the first time chat, Dukey. Square Gang rise up. Yes, we should be the Square Club. The Club of Squares. Yes. Yeah, I'm thinking what I proliferate the outputs, so when they come out... I mean, obviously this isn't doing anything, I assume, because there's no... what would I be using them in? I mean, science has obviously stopped, but I would think I'd be using them in... Oh, I've forgotten what they're in. Lenses. Maybe there's not as much space warping going on? That's a bit odd. Interesting. Although I suppose they'd only be using them for the planets that I'm in these systems. And the only one that would only really be coming in would be the deuterium from... Where is it? Edisich? And I bet that's all full up. I bet there's nothing coming in from there. Okay, that makes sense then. Right, so what I want to do, I want to proliferate like down the tree, basically, is my thinking. And we'll start at the high level expensive stuff. And my plan is not to proliferate inputs, but to proliferate outputs. Whether that's a good plan or not, I don't know. That's part of the whole point of this stream, really. So, can we line these up? If that's there, why is that not lined up? Or is it and I'm imagining it? Is that lined up? Doesn't look right to me. And then we want this one here. Like that. And now what we want to do... Oops. Get out. Get over here. We want to do these as well. Unfortunately, that's... I could rework that. I really need to be bringing these in rather than using the supply here. But as I say, I didn't quite finish all of the pulling up of stuff that's being made on other planets yet. So, what belt is that? If we just ignore this for a moment. The other problem with this one is, of course, it doesn't have any room in itself. So if I do that, and then take it back one. You're in the way. You're in the way. So then if we go down, is that going to hit the ground quick enough? Oh, it doesn't matter. I can always weave it round. But in fact, I don't think they're very well lined up anyway. Right, so production. Oh, it wouldn't be because we're going across a boundary line. Come on. Get the right way. So there. Okay, so that's the best I can do. And then that's the input, isn't it? So that must be output. Has it turned it around? It has, hasn't it? Oh, it doesn't matter. So I think that's lined up. In fact, I could proliferate there, but nah. I say it needs replacing anyway. Make a Dyson Sphere on the Blue Giant. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I need to think whether I'm going to do multiple Dyson Spheres or I'm just going to sort of leave it with one, because I've never actually built a Dyson Sphere yet. I finished the game, but you don't technically need to build a Dyson Sphere to do that. It's, you just need to do that final research, and you can make the white sciences with just with solar swarms, basically. We want to go across to here, so let's do a funky diagonal belt. And then get it lined up again. Did I put the filter on? Why is that not coming? Oh, I didn't demand it. Rich storage. Local demand. Probably want a few more drones in. No, give me 50. Okay, you're not gonna play ball. Let's do it that way now. Cool. Yeah, I mean, so basically, I did the other weird ingredient. Obviously, I've not been to back to the black hole and whatchamacallit. So I wouldn't have set them up anyway. But I haven't found any spiniform in the nearby systems. But I'm bringing in kimberlite. I'm not doing anything with these yet. That's one of the things I need to work out as well. But obviously, we've got now the crystal grating, fractal silicon, organic crystals. I'm bringing in oil, but there's nothing set up for it to use any of that oil. I'm still burning local oil. And then this is where I'm feeding the old lenses in. I do like the way, I mean, this is great that it's all automated. I think it'd be real tedious if you had to set all of this system up yourself. I think it'd be quite a pain in the bum to have to put, tell them to go into these ones and these ones. I mean, it obviously doesn't do it evenly, but it doesn't matter, I don't think. In fact, what does it look like if we... How are we doing? I think that's one of the coolest things they've done. The fact that you can see everything in the game, so it's not, and it's actually doing it, actually rendering it. Well, I believe it is. The fact that that's floating in space, basically, and I'm building that. That's so awesome. Yeah. What was I doing? Yes, so hopefully we should be proliferating these now. So we got the thing. I mean, it's not going to do anything, is it? Because these aren't being used for some reason. But it's set up and it should work. Right, next one then. What would we consider next? So, wrong button. There we go. So we want something like, plane filters, or I guess probably a good one would be quantum chips. In fact, let's start at the top and do like the rockets. Oh, not actually. If all raw materials of this recipe have proliferation points, the effect of extra products or production speeding can be obtained. Okay, so we can get them proliferated. I'm guessing you can't. Proliferate the rockets. We might be in a stage where we could actually add more. Because I'm not doing science, we could replace it with more rockets and launchers. Because I've got loads of sails kicking about. Where's the other one? We could put another one on, because I've got them on opposite sides of the planet, so I could put them on the other quarters. Trouble is, I've sort of built on those. Oh, that would be okay. But yes, so we could potentially, as I say, oops. I'm guessing they don't accept proliferators. Right, so I want to go over there. Oh, oops. Right. So say we can get some on these. And the assumption that I've not got any spare slots there. But I think I have here. Yeah, loads of spare. In fact, we could set that up as well with some proliferation. But yeah, I think we can probably get some... I love that it distorts the... I don't know if you see that effect, because it's all squished down and stuff, but it distorts the air, like, because presumably it's like a railgun or something like that, basically. But you get that boom effect. But yeah, we could probably... I mean, we could support, I think, more rocket production. Kind of depends. I think the deuterium might be potentially the biggest, but I've got so much coming in or available at the gas giant. We should probably be okay with that. Brain materials, I boosted a lot of the production, so we should have plenty of them. I'm not sure I did quantum chips, so that may run out. But yeah, so I think we could probably... So these are here, aren't they? You see, this is one of the tricky things with it, is this idea of looping back. Or having now to loop back. Oh, I could put it along there instead, couldn't I? Because obviously I can't... If I put a I mean, I couldn't fit it in, but if I put one there, it'd only want to do the ones before it on the chain. Whereas we need all of them to be done. So what we need is this to go in the opposite direction. I mean, I could bring them together and take it up there, but if we take it that way anyway, and then cross it back... In fact, it might be better to... Because then I can add more machines there. If we hop it over, so if I put the proliferator here, and then we hop, you know, take it up, and take it along there. Yeah, that'll work, I think. Yeah, okay, so we'll add one more machine in here, I think. At the very least. And then instead of... Well, let's add this bit in first. Just do this little bit. So I like the effect, but it's a bit... Makes my eyes go a bit wobbly. Right, so... If we were to put the proliferators here in a line, would that get everything? I assume these don't do anything. No, so you've got no bonus at all. So it's only really these which give free stuff. Free stuff, okay. So we can put them all in a line here. Where are they? There they go. So if I put it there. Oh, I'm across a thing, I think, aren't I? Oh no, it's okay. It's just turning it round randomly. There. But then, as I say, I need to take this. What belt level is it? Just yellow. Up. There. No, let's take it back by one. Take that up. Like that. And then to there. And then to there. Nope. To there. That. Yeah, I think I'm going to add another launcher. So we want... Like maybe two. Maybe we overkill it. Can I make two? No, because I haven't got any lenses. Oh, where are lenses? In fact, can I just order them? I think I can just order them. So if we plot this here. And then... Where are you? Lenses. Say, 100 of them. Bring them to me. Bring them to me. Right. You going to be alright with yellow? Is that all lined up? Yeah, it's all lined up. And then take this one out. That one out. This one needs to request up some fluid. So we'll go with 200 again. I have no idea what a good number is. Like that. We need a few more local. Do we? I've been sticking drones in willy-nilly. And I'm not sure they're doing anything other than absorbing charge, a lot of them. They're cheap. Right, so we want this to be demand. And that to be storage. Storage. Okay. And then we want a belt out of here. Lined up with this. So if we go across here. And where do I need to line up to there? So we do a diagonal across there. Is that the right line? And then we go that way on, level. Oh. Why are you in the way? In fact, why are you even there? What are you doing? Right. So if we go upper level, in there, across there. I like to leave them poking out because it's easier to attach things, more things to. So they're a bit finicky, these, even at, I think. They have patched them a few times, but they're still a little finicky. Right, so things coming out of here should now be triple arrowed. Excellent. Triple arrow, triple arrow. Working its way down. What about you? Are you proliferated yet? You're not. Why not? Oh, because you haven't got any output. Yeah, we definitely need these. Have you brought me my lenses yet? Yes, you have. Okay. Thank you. And so if we build... Oh. I should have ordered some other stuff. Right, so we want frame... In fact, frame materials are here, aren't they? Aren't frame materials here? Yeah. So grab a couple hundred of them. But we need... some... titanium alloy. Another thing I boosted up during the week. We got all that sulfur from the sulfur planet now as well. I guess we could put the foundations in. On the belt while we wait. This is one of them Amazon drone deliveries, this. Did that ever go anywhere? I think they have ended up abandoning it every country that might have been an option for doing it. I know here in the UK, it's part of my job. I had quite a few experiences with the CAA, the Civil Aviation Authority. And they're an absolute... I mean, understandably, it's difficult to really say that they're a pain, but they're a pain. But you can understand it because, you know, you don't want planes dropping out the sky. You know, because some idiot flew a drone at one of them. But they're a bit overcautious at times, the CAA. So that's another one of them. Oh, I could put them... No, I can't, because then I wouldn't be able to feed the belts in. So put that there. You're still building. Oh. Split it there. Are you done? You done? Like that. Split it there. Shall I make another one? Let's go nuts and have 5 of them. Absolutely reckless. Absolutely reckless. Up in there. And then, as I say, this bizarre thing that this looks like an input, but is actually a inserter. I'm not sure why I've got level 3 inserters there. That's fine. Right, so up to there. Inserter. That's already covered, so we can pop this one in here. Get some power on the go. Cool. Hey. Oh, there you go. Why is it letting me put it there and was okay there? Oh, doesn't matter. It works fine. Right. Put that in there. I think I ended up with about 20 of these on my first thing. I didn't actually build the Dyson Sphere because I had finished and I got a bit bored putting, particularly the mining, just putting tons and tons of that in. But yeah, I sort of built a lot of machines to do a lot of stuff. And it was just a case of, do I stay and grind out everything, or, you know, wait for them to do? Because the biggest, I'll be honest, the biggest thing at that point was the fact I was getting RSI from doing all the inserters. It was a bit nuts. So how many, so I might just get, yeah, everything's getting proliferated and freebie stuff. Oh, this is stacking up, so we can get some more of these in, I think. In fact, does it tell me how quickly it launches these? Rocket launch speed 5 a minute. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 a minute. And each one of these makes 12.5 a minute. So we should have more than enough. In fact, I need to set, I don't think I ever set up these on these. Cancel, yeah. Why are you not? Oh, it's going to stack them. Okay. Come here. So say this should be producing twice what we're launching, I think. We could try and look at the stats. I hate this production stats and how it presents it, but we might be able to see. Yeah, so we're only consuming them. Oh, let's go for the 1 minute number. Yes, I'm producing them twice as quick because I've got 4 machines and it only needs. Obviously, I'm getting the free stuff. I think that's roughly how it works. Probably not, but maybe. Are you not launching? No, you're fine. Yes, we're absolutely caning them out. Right, let's get some proliferation on the old deuterium production as well then. How's this going to work? Because that's an input. Because that... Oh, As I understand it, you can stack, you can get a really good effect from stacking these as well. Have I made too much spaghetti for this to work? This is the question. Because this is, I mean, this is how I do it. I mean, it's sort of irrelevant because I've got so much deuterium coming in from, you know, that gas giant that it's not actually making anything here. Why are you not working at all? What's happened? Oh, it's because it's backed up. Look. This is one of the reasons. That's why I have the hydrogen burners in. I'm sure you can do better systems with prioritized splitters and stuff, but I generally find that what tends to happen is it gets blocked up, basically, and then it just stops everything from flowing. So if you just have a little bit of a burner here, and it's not producing anything like a useful amount of power, really. But if you just have this burning a few bits of the hydrogen, it creates a gap in the line and it enables a bit of flow. I mean, it may just be superstition on my part, but why is hydrogen not coming out of there? Because we've got hydrogen in there. So why is nothing coming out of there? Oh, because what? Oh, that's the input. That's the one going back. Oh, that's the one going back. This is the... Yeah, and it's stuck here because this is blocked up. Okay. But yeah, as I understand it, you can stack these and get even better outputs out of the fractionators. But I think I'm more interested in free stuff. What does it do? Does it even let you do free stuff? It doesn't have a product stacking. I don't think it works, does it? Oh, hello, Graham. How you doing? How's your? Are you all commuted out now? Are you finished with that job? Welcome back, though. By the way, hope you've had a good day and a good week. These mustn't give free stuff because it always says if it gives you something. So it looks like it gives no free stuff. So it must just be that you can stack them and get more stuff that way. I think I'm going to leave this one then, because I say I've not really got any deuterium in particular demand, and that demand appears to be being met by the gas giant, so I think we're okay. Right, so let's think about going down this chain then. So the one I wasn't sure about was quantum chips. Now where the heck are quantum chips? Where the heck are quantum chips? Is that quantum chips? Nope, that's your particle fiber labs. Quantum chips. I thought they were all over here, because that's... Ah, there we go. Yeah, so it's all this stuff. So we can do all of these together. I got thanks yet. Buck sale is done. Thank God. Takes a 15-minute drive to work. Yeah, that's good. I was saying, well, I think we were discussing before. Big commutes were always ended up being a bit of a line in the sand for me. If I had to be a London commuter or something like that, I think I'd just, you know, it'd drive me nuts. In fact, I could also pick this up, couldn't I? Is this now empty? No. It's because I'm not really using any steel. 1,000 is gonna... I guess it'd be okay. I'll just leave it though. I guess nothing's really using steel, which is a bit odd because I was expecting alloy, you know, titanium alloy to use those. Right, so this is solar sails, so this is worth proliferating, isn't it? What slot? Oh, you've got slots as well. So we could... So we'll imagine this is gone. Unless I brought them out here. Because this is where we were before. Nah, let's do a separate thing. So we could bring them into here. Like so. I'm not going to request them yet. And then we take it out the top there. And then we just take them all the way down there. And get all of these. Because there should be enough. I'm so glad that my leave a bit of space just in case has proved to be vindicated. Because it could have been a bit of a nightmare doing this. We've done lots of work for that customer before. And they wanted us to work on their second home. Oh, right, okay. So it's like a private thing then, is it? You do... That you do. I mean, I think, do you do both, you know, like, I was going to call them commercial, I guess it's commercial either way, but, you know, like for companies as well as sort of individuals, or? I suppose nowadays some people are so rich that both are interchangeable, aren't they? Right, so that's the input, so we want to do these lanes here. Right, okay. Where have they gone? I've not run out of that. There we go. So if I put it that way. That way round? That's too close. That's too close. Too close, my friend. Too close. We put it... If I do it there, is it going to moan about the belt? No. No, looks like it will let me put that through there. Okay, so we want them all in line with that, really. Make our lives easier. So again, that's the input, so we want the output there. It should be that one. That one. That one. And that one. And then again, I think that's the input, so we want that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Crikey. Okay. Work for small burner, then I work for private owners. Okay, cool. I bet you get a lot of, I mean, maybe you don't. At least get a lot of variety, I would imagine, doing that. Because, imagine if you work for a, you know, one of these giant contractors, you'd probably end up doing exactly the same thing all the time, I imagine. Right. Over there. And then that one now. Oops. See, they're a little bit finicky, these, even now. There we go. Okay. Oops. Right. Power pole is in the way. Down a level. Output you. Go to there. Oh, I didn't set it to request, did I? Do indeed. Yeah. So, it's kind of the advantage of, obviously a very different domain, but the advantage of my job is that although it's the same basic thing, it's different every time, sort of thing. It's a bit like, what's a good example? I suppose like playing these sorts of games, Factorio and stuff like that, where it's the same basic game, but you know, if you play with a different mod, or you know, what would be another example? You have different settings. Maybe you turn biters up to Death World or a Train World or something like that, but it's still Factorio, you know. Again, this is not doing anything. I am slightly puzzled by the lack of activity on a lot of our base. I guess we just need to ramp everything up, don't we? Why the... Oh! I boosted the rocket production so much, we finished what I did. So let's add some more on. Right, pause that. Do that. And here we go, more boring squares. Like that. Why is that not right? There we go. That one there. I think we might double layer it, actually. Since I've added so many rockets on, relatively speaking. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then like that. Lost the thingy. There is, I should mess about with the, because there's like the blueprinting for Dyson Spheres now, isn't there? I don't know if it lets you do, I'd assumed it was the entire Dyson Sphere, but maybe it lets you do individual layers. Right. There we go, so that's plenty for it to do. I think you went for hexagons. We were saying earlier, this is the boring square club now, I'm afraid. Nothing boring about squares, though. Yeah, as I say, it's not doing anything, which is a bit strange. Let's see if we could add some more. So I could easily add one more in there, couldn't I? No problem. I like to keep them on the equator because it's just, you know, gives them a bit better access. I think, and also there's more space, basically. So we could add one on there, no problem. And we could add... I could landfill that, I could add a bunch there, but we could add one more on there. The question is really these. Should I try to put one in here? I mean, we do have... I could be cheeky and... Because it literally just launches sails, doesn't it? It's not making anything. No. So I could be cheeky and sort of do them in there. And we can have an extra one, sort of 3 or 4 there. So that'd be 4, 5, 6. And then the nightmare. I mean, I could landfill this a little bit and sort of put it in here. Yeah, go on, let's give that a go. You might be, actually, on that front, you might be able to answer. So when you did the hexagons, how do you build along the origin line, as it were? Because obviously, did you wait until you'd done a bunch of these researches? Because to me, the sort of hexagon style, is that hexagons? It doesn't look like hexagons. Looks like triangles to me. No, not that. That one? No. How do you do? Oh, maybe you did them in freeform, maybe then. Or do you mean this pattern as hexagons? Because that's hexagons. It doesn't let you do squares. I don't quite get how you. So if you're following one of the other patterns, how do you draw in your initial line? Because obviously you can't follow that line because it's only literally a line. If that makes... I don't think that question makes sense, sorry. I know what I mean. Basically, until this is a fully spherical, I don't see how you can follow these, you know, these lines, basically. I suppose that down the mid... No, you see, that's not even aligned with the thing, because it's following a different shape. You see the small triangles? Yeah, these ones. You can follow them, can you? Or do they clip to the... In fact, let's pause that. Maybe it's an optical illusion, but it doesn't look like they match. Because I say, once you've done the whole thing, you can do it. You can do literally random if you want. I know people have obviously drawn, you know, gentleman vegetables and, you know, all that sort of stuff. Because, of course. But basically, I mean, I assume you can follow that line, can you? But I say, it doesn't seem to follow the pattern, as it were. Unless, because you can rotate it, can't you? Can't you do this? No? Maybe it'll only let you do it when you do a new one. Spec geometric grids. Make build plan? No, it's not. Let me click on any of them. Oh. Use them to make my DS. It was a long time ago, so I can't fully remember. Yeah, no problem. No worries. I'll have to give them a go, sort of thing, if I do more layers or whatever. But say I couldn't quite work out how you might sort of follow it. Right, so if we're going to put in at least 6 more of these, what am I short of? Steel. That's ironic, given I've got a bunch of steel there. Let's grab some of that then. So, how many have I made? I've made 5. So one more gets us the 3, you know, 3 on every one. So if I do another 4, then we can add 1 to each of the current ones. He says, trying to work it out in his head. So yeah, we should be able to chuck an extra one in here. Oh, that was the... this is the one I think I've blocked off. I don't think it will let me put a oil thing in here because it's too close to these. Not that we really need it anymore, but yeah, that was a bit annoying there. Right, so how close can you let me get? A bit more belt. How close will you let me put? Okay. And now we need to assign it to... Oh, it's done it already. Okay. And then we'll do the opposite end first. Do you remember placing the node thingies was a nightmare at the time? Lots got placed and taken up and placed again. Yeah. You see, you gotta harness the power of squares there. You see, that's what you gotta do. Gotta use your squares. Right, let's put one in here. I'm guessing part of the reason the base is a little bit idle is because there's no science going on. Oh, need foundation. Need foundation. Okay. But as I say, I kind of want to redesign science rather than... Because all we can really do... Oh, that's not powered, is it? All we can really do... Oh, too close to the EM rail ejector, okay. It's so fussy, game, so fussy. Need to have more chill. Right, down there. There we go. And you're assigned. You're not shooting though. Why are you not shooting? Guess the angle is wrong. I mean, they wouldn't be shooting because it's across the other side of the planet. But... guess the angles are just wrong. Right, let's go and put one in. This is why I want the extra ones, because there's sometimes when they can't shoot. Extra one here. So I was going to be a bit cheeky and sort of tack it in here somehow. Or here. Here's a good spot. Yeah, I like that. So if we put them in here, can I get belts to them? No tall buildings in the rotation range. Okay. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. How close to it can I get? Sort of there, maybe? Yeah. Okay. And then maybe we use green belt. So if I order up some... Would that be a better one? This would be a better one, wouldn't it? So if we order up... In fact, isn't this what I'm making solar? It is! I was going to end up flying them across. Right, so we just want to take them out of here then. You get so used to putting them in, you know, using the logistics things. Right, so that wants to be on that line. Back. There we go. Wait, I put 5 in, haven't I? I have. In fact, is it 5 at the others? Am I gone completely mad? No, it's 4. And then we want a nice high level one so you don't run out. We then want to use one of these to see if we can reduce your moaning. Reduce your moaning, game. Yeah. And then I think we need to, yeah, we need to assign them, don't we? No, no, no. Oh. There we go. I made an actual art feed, by the way. Lol, with some talking. Oh, right at the end, but I talked. As in, you mean on YouTube, or when you say video, you mean? I saw you were streaming sometime during the week. Oh, on Twitch. Okay. Maybe I was going to do a quick one, but I forgot I was live. I'll have to check that. I saw you streaming. I tend to. I think the time you tend to stream is when I'm having dinner, because I usually have sort of fairly lateish sort of thing, and I think I look at my phone after having my dinner, and it turns out you've been doing a quick stream, so I haven't managed to pop in and sort of say hello properly yet. How's the art going? You said you were very close to boss time, weren't you? You were very close to hitting your goals for that. They're all working, so I think we've all got that. Okay, now we need to see if we can squeeze them in at the other meridian, or whatever it's called. So it would be here. So we need to find some way of getting them in here. Because they're not going to be like being near these. But I could pick a load of them up, that's not a problem. So I think here is our best shot. Could do two parallel lines, you know, so that they're in a sort of a square shape. Thematically on point as well. I don't think it's going to let me put all four in there. So no tall buildings. Yeah, I can't put all four in there unless I take some of these wind turbines out. They'll probably moan about that, because that effectively counts as like a logistics station. So if I was to put you there, no, yeah, it's not liking that basically. In which case, how about we put two there, and we get rid of this tiny little piece of water. Placings, and then two there. No, why did that not go down? There you go. And then let's bring the, because I have to insert with these, don't I? Again, they look like they have a connecting point. You know, like a belt goes in here slot. Because is that too far? I couldn't do both of them next to each other anyway, could I? No. Okay. That's annoying. How about maybe I just use a splitter. Something like that. Something like that. And now where are we going to get them from? Because I bet it won't let me put in... Oh, it will. Okay. Thought it might be too close to these, but looks like we're okay. I'm using the interstellar one because there's a possibility these may go off planet. So what do we want? A bit of a waste of a station, actually. Good demand. I guess we could put some of these in. Wants to be power around here. You won't let me put it in there. What about there? No. No. Yeah, that's everyone. Okay. So, if we go out of here... Oh. Somebody's put a load of solar sails in the way. Why would they have done that? That one in there. Diagonal's cool anyway, so... What are you colliding with? Right, add that to one. Oops, other way. That's... Oh, let me copy paste. Okay. And there. Tuesday's good for your kids are at the alarms. Oh right, okay. I start the bus boss, but I want to get all 3 done in one sitting. Blimey. And I need good Rexes for breeding. Other than that, I'm set. Okay. I'll probably get set up this weekend and do all 3 in one stream on Tuesday. Crikey. There's 3 bosses and 1 final boss on the first map. Oh right, and then there's like multiple maps, are there? Is it one fixed map? It's not like a procedurally I mean, not one map, but you know, they're designed, you know, satisfactory style designed maps rather than it's not procedurally generated, or is it a bit sort of halfway between? I don't know the game particularly at all. So is it one of those things like, I mean, a bit like sort of Valheim, where the first time you do the boss it's like, you know, horrendous, but then you end up sort of farming proper maps like Satisfactory? It makes sense. It would be, I imagine, with the complexity and all the creatures and stuff, it would be really quite difficult to do a procedural generation and you know, have all the biomes be right and all that sort of thing. Right, so there we go. So in theory, we should have... Look at those rockets flying. Lovely jubbly. Crikey, we're really getting through it. It's only been 10 minutes or so and already got what? About half of an extra thing I added done. All of these flowing in. Cool. 6 or so 7 story maps and 5 or 6 custom maps. Wow. Blimey. I guess that's, I mean, it's been one of those live service games, isn't it? So it sort of makes sense. It's one of the things I have a bit of a problem with live service games, in that, I mean, I played Fallout 76 when it came out. I actually kind of enjoyed it. I know a lot of people hated it, and it is janky as anything, because it's basically the same engine as Fallout 3. But then I lost interest basically, and they've added loads and loads of stuff, and it tends to be. It's better when it. Well, is it though? This is the thing, because some of them they add it and then they replace it with new stuff, or they do, you know, like seasons of content and stuff like that, and it's like. I don't. My attention's it's basically only Factorio is the only game I've ever played like forever. Even games like this, I sort of lose interest once I've done the thing, as it were. You know, once we've done this series, I'm not gonna. Or once we've done this sphere, I don't think I'll do. Oh look, there's one of them gone into the thing. So we're launching them so quick. I guess it's not quite. It's quite like ahead of putting them in. There's sort of a lag to it. But yeah, well, we'll stop this. I mean, I'll do another one when they do a lot, big updates, particularly when they do the combat. But yeah, like the Fixmas event on Satisfactory. It's sort of time limited things because it gives you that window to play it and enjoy it. But if you're playing in June, you've no access to the the holiday event, from last year, or if it repeats or whatever. But equally, if they just add and add and add and add, you end up with a game where it's like intimidating for new players, where it's like it's going to take me 500 hours to even play this through once. That's a heck of a time commitment. Particularly, old fart like me who's got a job to do. I kissed it. Okay. I think that's almost like the hallmark of live service games, isn't it? I mean, games are hard. I mean, software development is hard. I used to do it. It's incredibly fun, but really hard work sometimes. But yeah, it's sort of a inevitability that they're filled with bugs, really. Sorry, I'm getting carried away just looking at that. Right, so I wonder if we can see it on here. There it is. I say it's so cool that, and it even like blocks out the sun and stuff. Anyway, let's do something productive. Right, so we've... Oh, it's not powered. Nuts. Okay, let's just plot one of these over here then. No, let's do one of them. No. That's a bit horrible, isn't it? Oh well. Right, so what can we look at next then? So I guess the next one in the chain, production chain, we've done them. So we should really do frame materials, because we've done solar panels. Did I do solar panels? I did, didn't I? Yes, I think I did. So we should do frame materials, if we haven't already. I don't know where they are. Where are they? Because we've got Casimir crystal. I mean, this is all the science stuff. I say I really need to just rip this up, and we'll do something different entirely. Well, I guess we could do the whole chips thing, because they're all nice and together. I want to get rid of these as well. Did I do so? I did do solar panels, didn't I? Okay, let's do the chips, because we could potentially take it from over here or something, rather than order it up if we've not got any slots. I say we want to get rid of those. In fact, I should maybe... I think I'll leave that for now, because I need to rework that a bit more fundamentally, because it's using these ones. I haven't really got anywhere to order them up from, so I either need another one of these, maybe here or something. Yeah, we'll leave that particular problem for later, and we'll do some of these. Like, there's too much to do really, but I can manipulate the settings so I can get through it pretty fast in comparison to doing official settings. Oh, right. I imagine there's a lot of mods for it as well that, speed things up and make it like, oops. Seems like a perfect sort of game for quality of life improvements. Right, where did I put there? Okay, so we'll grab... Do these stack to 100 then? No, 50. Okay. That's alright then. That's alright then. I might test out what it does with them as well. Right. Okay. Spray coater. Right, so is this the top one? Yeah, because we don't want to do them. So where's the input is there, so we want to put proliferators on these, but we'll put one there just to see the just to see the orientation. So it's probably an argument for now. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, I need to get rid of this. So I've been trying to tidy this up a bit, get rid of some of these local productions for things I've already off-planeted. One was the Factorio, crikey. Okay, so this might be a little tricky because obviously these I'm not direct feeding them in, but near as damn it. So could we do that a different way? What we could do is we could output to a new belt here, proliferate it. If I wanted to add to this, then it wouldn't be very good. So maybe if we take the new belt this way and like loop it over here, because that gives me a little bit of space here as well, which we can also use for the silicon. Okay, might need to reroute this though. Not sure if one will fit in there, but we shall see. Right, so will it fit? Will it fit? Yes, it will. So if we put that there, and then we put that there, and that there, and then instead of, will that work? Yeah, I can loop it over there. Because I need to go. I mean, need to go right the way down here anyway, so I can just loop it over in front of them. Okay. Because it lets you click belts. Right. So if we go straight down here to there, then we can add one in there, and then we can see if it will let me. Nope, it's not happy. Okay. Maybe if we come straight out and go straight up. It's going to get all spaghetti, isn't it? I mean, there's an argument for me now putting these in to here, but you still use so few of these, it's like pointless. Okay, instead of that then, why don't we just commit defeat and move the old proliferator a bit further up. Because we're nothing if not flexible. Did that? Oh, you can stack them. Huh, interesting. How do? Oh, you can proper stack them. You're just going to let me do it infinitely? Wow. Going into orbit with them. Look at that. Arkham Factorio have thousands of mods, so I'm interested in which has more. Competition. One of the things I've noticed with Factorio mods is I've been doing this series of, the aesthetic series. That will return. I'm not going to do it this weekend. We'll finish off the bit of the blueprints I've got to so far. But I'll do it next weekend. But one of the things I've noticed is there's a lot of abandoned mods in Factorio where people have, done a mod, and then there'll be the same mod, but somebody's picked it up in order to make it compatible with the latest version. So you'll have, tree sapling mod, and then you'll have new tree sapling mod, and it's basically the exact same thing, but the old one wasn't compatible with the newest version, or something changed maybe in the code and it's not been updated. So there is a lot, and there is a lot of that, particularly on the minor and smaller mods. And then there's also... You won't let me do that, will you? No. I guess if you were doing like a vertical bus, this would be useful, but that seems a bit over the top to me. That, but yeah. So you also then get the same mod effectively, even by like a different, but it's the same. So it's the same basic idea. In particular with waterfill, there's about 15 waterfill mods. Whoops. Because it is such a thing people want, basically. Right, so we're going to have to do quite a bit of tidying there. I don't think a lower one's going to work, is it? Because, I mean, it barely works there, but that's a long distance. So you would do 1 trip a second, but these take 2 seconds to make? Okay, yeah, that's fine then. So go out there. Why am I doing that rather than copying them over like an idiot? Right, so we then want to get rid of that. If I copy it without inserted, does it get rid of it? No, it doesn't. Okay, we'll get rid of them then. No. You get rid of them if you take the machine up. Ah, I have to begin. I think there is a way of doing this more elegantly, but right, belt replacement. Okay. So what you can do with this little cheeky little tip, it doesn't always work properly, but you can replace it individually. So it doesn't always work very well. So in fact what we'll do then, we'll just take it out and I'll relay it. But that's, you used to be able to, that was the only way you used to be able to replace the belt, because it wouldn't let you relay it like that without the inserters there, basically, or with the inserters there. Right, so I should have a load of junk in my inventory. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Oh, oh no, I did do the green. Sorry. Right, so if that's there, done that, or set that one up. Did I have anybody order them in? I didn't, did I? Oh, I could do that one as well, I guess. Is that particularly useful? Don't think it is really. Right, so we want to order some of these up. A couple of hundred of them. Storage, we know it works now, so we'll just order them in now. Some of that on art mods are rendered obsolete later versions of the game, yeah. We're looking for that one. Go to there. Up a level. Let's do that and that. Looks a bit prettier. Oops. Oh, what are you moaning about? There. And then all the way over here. To there. Through there. I love that this is like an embrace the spaghetti thing. It's like you kind of don't really have any choice. You've got to do spaghetti, really. Are they coming through? Yeah, they're coming through. Okay, right, this one then. That's the output, isn't it? Yeah, so it's just the standard 2 outside ones. Where are they? There. Let's do it that way round. Wait, was that? Yeah, that's okay. We'll take that out. So I could proliferate them, but it's like my thinking is to proliferate everything. I love the word proliferate. I think it's a great word, but it's difficult saying it a lot. Would be my only criticism of this new feature. It sort of loses all. It's one of those, you know, it loses all meanings, or loses the meaning of the word. Booster would have been better, or what would be another way of putting it? I suppose I mean it's a buff, but that's not really quite the same thing. Right, so that's all of those ones done. Is there anything else in this area since we've got them? Am I going to mess about with boosting oil? Oh, was I going to do them or not? There's no real point, because I'm basically just using them to make, you know, oil machines and stuff, so it's not really going to benefit me, really. Is this one empty yet? No. No, it's not even moved. I'm just going to have to pick it up, I think, at some point. These might be worth doing. Because they're relatively expensive, the old nanotubes. So I just want to redo science altogether, so we won't bother with that at all. It won't let me do anything with these. Looks like stacking is the thing to do with them. Oh, Casimir crystals, of course. We could get them done. Oh, and in fact, I really need to redo alloy, titanium alloy, because that's rubbish. That's a horrible setup. And I should have made some more room somewhere. How many inputs and stuff does that have? Because a lot of this is locally sourced. It's not even, you know. I could leave this one here, because it's obviously got the lenses in for these. And in fact, then I could bring over... Oh, I've got a slot there. But I could bring over the proliferators. This is the hub and spoke that I was trying to do, and it didn't really work. So these are all the things I've got remote. But as you saw, I'm still making lots of processors locally. And those are the ones that I need to get rid of, those machines. Yeah, so let's... It's 5:30, so I've got plenty of time. So if we sort of come up with a rework for titanium alloy, and we'll probably put it here, where we are. Because I can fit it in this gap, probably. This is horribly placed, isn't it? That's really inconvenient. Could I just move that over? There's a lot of stuff in it. And a lot of stuff that it's not going to use up very quickly. That's a bit annoying. Got me a bit scared. Did I read? Oh, have I messed up my title? You try reading your title currently. You mean I put the one that's in at the moment is just a jokey one. I've just, you know, it's what is it? Proliferating the proliferation of proliferators or something. But that's why I put it in, because you end up saying it as like a really stupid way, and you're like, it's like a stupid number of Have I messed up the title? Yeah, proliferating the proliferated proliferator. Proliferately-ly. I say it ends up just being gibberish eventually when you say it too much. Yeah, so we want... Really, I want to get rid of this. And then I got plenty of room. I could always double-side it instead of doing it in one direction. And in fact, actually, is this... Oh, yeah, that'll fit in, so that's not a problem. Okay, so we'll put in... Where do you want to go? You want to go there? Yeah. And then this one... Oh. I always forget when I'm copying and pasting that it means copy and paste. It's not the picker key. Yeah, okay. So we want to make a titanium alloy, and that requires titanium, steel, and sulfuric acid. It requires them in ratios of 4, 4, 4, 8. So this wants to be 8. This 4. One of the reasons I do the try and do it in the ratios it's built in is because if you want to pick up this facility, then you can turn these off effectively, set them to storage, and it should then produce whatever you're producing, and it should, roughly speaking, it's not going to work out exactly, but it should roughly eat up all of your supply, basically, if it's done, if they're full, obviously. But, you know, if you turn these to storage, then it would just keep making these because it's in the right proportion, and it will use up basically everything in the thing. Otherwise, you just have inventory explosion. So we will set this all to remote, and we'll try and do the whole these both need to be supplied because I don't think it's in the network, but up and spoke it. So these are all coming in now from other logistics on this planet. Because it's making titanium alloy, I will put some of these in. I don't want 100 of them, do I really? No. Let's just put 50 in. Why have you put 49 in? Okay. Right, so we'll do it on one side. Actually, I'll put that... If that's the input again, I quite like that pattern with these proliferators. So if that's the input, because we have three. So if we leave a bit of space, put it out one, and we should be able to, because one of them's 8, isn't it? Is it 8 sulfuric acid? Where are you? Oh, does it? Oh, is it smelters? Huh, why would it be smelters? Weird. Oh, it is, okay. Right, so we'll just use yellow belt for the time being. So is it 8 sulfuric acid? Yes, okay. So that's the one it's going to need a lot of. And then we'll pop some of these on here. So titanium, steel, and then let's just copy that for the time being. And then titanium again, and steel. Wait, I said it's only 5:30. I only streamed till 5 today. I've gone way over. Oh dear. Oh dear. We're going to have to stop then. I completely lost track of time. I'm going to be in trouble, actually. I put that in the wrong place as well. dear. I'm going to get a telling off. I'll just finish these off. Otherwise I won't know what's going on next time. I can't believe I did that. In my head it was Saturday and I was going till 6 o'clock. Ah, dear. Right. So that would be there. And that would be... No. That should be... Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? But let's make it at least the same. Get rid of them. And that's still there. Right, yes, so we'll pick up next time, on Monday. Yeah, no problem. It wasn't deliberate, but so being a bit of trouble, get a telling off. Yes, so I'll be back on Monday with this. So more Dyson Sphere Program on Monday. We'll just pick up where we are, basically. I want to finish off the proliferators. Probably go to other planets and do some... Because I'm not sure on the sort of economic case for, doing them at the lowest level. So I don't know if there is much benefit, really, to proliferating your ore production. Probably is. It's probably like Factorio, where it just scales up, basically. You just get more and more free stuff. Tricky one with that is because, of course, you can do the veins research, and effectively the veins will become infinite anyway. So yeah, it's sort of a counterpoint to that. But yeah, as I say, we'll finish pick up on Monday, where we will just keep ploughing away with the old Dyson Sphere, which is chugging along nicely now. First couple of layers, and we will we'll finish off the proliferation. May then try and start reworking the science. That's probably just going to be a grind of picking it all up for the time being, because I think I need to do that interstellar. But yeah, so if you have been watching today, I hope you've enjoyed. In fact, let me put my stream schedule up. I'll be back tomorrow, as I say. So I'll be back on Monday with this one, Dyson Sphere Program. And tomorrow and Sunday, we will finish off the sort of bit of the game we are on with the blueprinting, which is the up to bots phase. I want to do trains basically tomorrow. I have done a bit of fiddling. They're sort of finalised in quotes. So Sunday will probably be the test run, however far I get with that. Maybe, it depends how long the trains take. There's quite a lot with trains. But it's the basic stuff we're doing, so it shouldn't be too much. But yeah, so I say, if you have been watching, thanks for watching. And sorry, if you have been watching, I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you consider coming back for another one. I've been Trismegistus. This has been Dyson Sphere Program. Thanks for watching. Cheers.